All right, let's learn how to play the intro to Desperado by the Eagles. This is such a great opening riff and so iconic. I've heard it so many times in other songs as well, but let's jump right into it. So first, I'm just gonna play it for you real quick, just so you can hear what we're gonna get into. There may be a point when you don't see my pinky anymore, but I'm just playing octaves, which is just the same note. So I'll be playing like G and G together, but in the second half, we do go down. So I'm gonna be playing octaves. Like I said, you won't be able to see my bottom note, but just know it's an octave, the same note as here. Okay, and if you can't do octaves, you can always just leave the lower note out. So just take note of that you may lose my pinky there, but that's all it is. All right, so here's what it's gonna sound like. All right, so let's break it down hand by hand, part by part, and it'll get real easy and we'll learn it really simply. So here it is. So the first thing we start with is G octaves in our left hand, and then our right hand is gonna be playing the melody note B at the same time. However, they do this nice little bluesy roll into the B where they hit G and A really fast. You almost hear like all three simultaneously, and the strongest fingers to do that with will probably be 1, 2, and 3, and you hit that at the same time as the G octaves. Like that. Then we simply just come up to D, back to B, and now we're gonna hit this chord of F, B, and E. And at the same time in our left hand, we're gonna hit our G octaves again. Now, you may need to practice just this one chord here, or if it's too hard to get all three notes, you may just wanna leave out the F and just get the B and the E. And if anything, you can make an adjustment then to get instead of doing an octave here in your left hand for the G, make it a G and an F, but that's just a little adjustment you can make. What we're gonna hit is that together there. So let's see how this looks together. Just like that. And then we come down and play D, B, G. All right, so that's that first measure there. Let's do that one more time, nice and slow. And if you are doing that alteration, I'll just show you that real quick. That would be the alteration to it. All right, so after we finish that, we're gonna come down to C octaves in our left hand, and our right hand's gonna be playing that same little roll, but now on C, D, E, and we hit that with the C octaves in our left hand. And then G, E, and then C, E flat, A in our right hand, and we hit those octaves again at the same time, and then we hit that G right after. Okay, so let's just take a look at that second measure. All right, so that's after that second measure. As always, if you need to, pause the video, rewind, work on these parts before continuing. Don't feel like you should already have it all together. But here it is, the first two measures. Once we finish that, our right thumb is going to come down and play G, and then we're going to do that same roll we started with, G, A, B. So it's G, G, A, B, and our left hand is just going to drop to the lower G octave. So now our pinky and thumb were here before on the first G's. Now it's thumb on G, and then I know you can't see my pinky, but pinky on that lower G. And then we're going to play that similar melody, G, A, B together, D, B, and then G, B, E together, and our left hand has to drop to E octaves at the same time as that, right? So E, and then you can't see my pinky, but pinky's on E. And once again, you could always leave out the octaves and just do the higher version. So that third measure, and then you just hit a D right after that. So one more time. And now let's put all three measures together. All right, so once again, pause the video if you don't feel comfortable up to there yet. Pause it, work on it slowly. But right after that, our right hand plays G and B together by itself. Then our left hand moves up to A octaves, and we do a little roll again, but not G, A, B, just G and B, like that. G and B, and then A, G, and then F sharp and A in our right hand. And at the same time as the F sharp and A, our left hand just plays a single D. No octave there. So that last measure there is one more time. And that is it for the intro. And then the song starts. I'm not going to put the chords because it's kind of a long progression that kind of continues. So I don't want to make this video too long. If you want the second part and you want me to continue on with this tutorial, just drop a comment below and let me know. But this is all we're going to learn so far. So let's put all 4 measures together. We'll do it slowly one time, and then we'll do it regular speed. And that's it. So one more time, regular speed. All right, and that is all for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. As always with any of these tutorials, don't expect to just be able to put it all together just like that, unless you're been playing piano for quite some time. It's totally normal and okay to work on this literally part by part. Every time I say that's a part, pause the video, work on that, practice it slowly until you can get both together, and then worry about the next measure and connecting those together and so on and just piecing it together. So that is all for this tutorial. If you have any other tutorial requests, as always, drop a comment below or send me a message or email Digital Piano School on all social medias, digitalpianoschool@gmail.com to reach me on email. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial and looking forward to seeing you for next ones.